So this month, I'm super excited because we are talking about the Savior and his stories. And since it's Christmas time, I thought one of the funnest stories to talk about would be the story about when Christ was born. So that's what we're going to draw today. We're going to draw a shepherd and a sheep and a sign that told us about when Christ was born. So let's get to drawing. This is going to be super fun. Let's go do it. All right, so let's go ahead and start drawing this story. And one of the things that we have in this story is a sheep. So we're going to draw a sheep lying down on the ground first. And to begin, I just want to create a little cloud, maybe somewhere close to the bottom of the page. It just looks like a little cloud, but it's going to be the little tuffet on top of the sheep's head. So it just doesn't need to be too big, just kind of right there. And then from there, we're going to draw the sheep's face. So we're going to do a circle and just kind of go down. There we go. And now we got to give him some ears. So we're going to start up here and create like another kind of like U shape coming off both the sides of its head, creating this sheep's head. Then to create the nose, what we want to do is use the letter Y. So you can just start here down on the end where his nose should be and just go up a little bit and then keep those two branches coming off right there. And that'll be a little nose. And then to make him look cute and like he's sleeping, we're going to do some frowny faces for this little lamb's eyes. And just two of those right there. All right, so we have its head. So now we're going to go on to the body. And so just, if you want to, just right off of his cheek, we can put like a little C under there, or a U, depending on what way you're looking at it, right? And then we'll go a little bit further down here, probably decide how long we want its body to be, and go down here and just put another one going the same direction. And these are going to be kind of like his feet, but they're going to be curled onto him. It's going to look really cute. So then in the middle of both of your C's, just put a little dot there. And we're going to draw from those dots. We're not going to go all the way to the other dot. We're just going to go to the back of the other C and just draw a line right there. And then you can see it makes it look like the leg is just curled up under its body. And it doesn't have to look just like that. You know, maybe you even want to put its legs out. That's totally up to you. And then we're going to just draw out here a little bit of a ways. And then we're going to go to the top of his head and create like a big upside down bowl shape right here. And then we got our cute little sleeping sheep there. The last thing that it needs is a tail. So I'm going to do a little U off the end of it right there. And we got a little tail. Look at that. Sleeping soundly. Now let's go ahead and let's start working on our shepherd. And the shepherd's going to be a lot taller than the sheep. And the shepherd is the person who takes care of the sheep, make sure that they're okay, make sure they get enough food and water. So let's go way up here and probably make the head of the shepherd up right around here. And to do that, I'm going to do another upside down U, maybe make the stems of the U a little bit longer. And we'll just go like this. So something like that, I think would look really good. And then we'll do a line across the bottom for his little headdress. And then maybe a lot of shepherds, you know, kind of maybe tie it on with something right there so it stays on their head. And then from there, we're going to draw the shepherd's body. So we're going to give him a great big robe. And we're going to just start at the neck right here. We're just going to do a line all the way down. and maybe kind of go off to the side. So it creates kind of like a triangle. Maybe create like a triangle here, but just without the sharp point. Pretend like his head is the top of the triangle. And we're just gonna go down like this, go all the way to the sheep, and then go all the way down the other side. And then we're gonna draw a line all the way across the bottom. So that's the bottom of the robe. Now we wanna do his arms. So it's really easy to start with. It's just kind of like doing stick figure arms. We're just gonna make a long arm out just like that, just like we were doing a little stick man. And we'll do another one right here. And then we're going to just make it a little bigger. We'll create like a rectangle here. And then this arm ended up a little bit shorter on mine. Maybe yours will be longer. That's okay. Sometimes I make mistakes in my drawing, or maybe it's not a mistake. Sometimes it's just the way things turn out, and that's okay. So on the ends of these, I'm gonna draw the hands. I'm gonna create like a bowl on here on the ends, or a half circle. And then I'm gonna do another one over here for his other hand. And then we're gonna draw his cane. And at Christmas time, of course, you know, the candy cane, it is the shepherds, they have these, they look like giant candy canes, but they're the shepherd sticks, and they hold on to those, and they help them. It's a tool that helps them with their sheep. So we're just gonna draw one here, all the way down. All right, so we've got all this drawn. So now let's go ahead and let's just add some grass, because the sheep, they need a place to eat and drink, and they need to be able to lay down in the nice soft grass so they have a place to sleep. So I'm just gonna draw a bunch of lines down here. I think my shepherd ended up looking like he's really excited, like he has his arm out, because he's really excited that he's looking at something really special up in the sky. All right, so we have all that done. Now I want to draw the star, or what he's seen up in the sky that he's so excited about. And I think a lot of people were really excited about this star at this time because it represented something special that I'm going to tell you about in just a minute. So to draw this star, we're going to draw just some lines. And these are rays of light. So you can draw a few of them coming out of here in different directions. So, and you can do in different lengths. Okay, and that is our star. And this is a really special star because in the scriptures, it said that when Christ was born, that there would be a special star in the sky, and they would know that it was the special star, and that it would mean that their Savior was born. So it was a very special day. So there were actually people that were actually looking for this star at the time. And so when they saw it, they were really excited. And the shepherds saw the star, and they also talked to an angel, and they knew that Christ was born. So we're going to try to make this look really special. We want to make this star really bright. And we also want to get the rest of this colored. And since it's nighttime, I decided to go with some blue colors. So I have a few different colors I'm going to use. You can pick which colors you like to use, but a lot of times when I go outside at night and it's dark outside, to me the grass looks very blue, or sometimes looks maybe purple. But you can do the grass green, or you can pick a different color that you like. But at nighttime, it feels like all the colors are darker to me. So I'm gonna make some really purple grass because I wanna make it look like a nighttime scene. So I'm just gonna color this up here. You can pick how high you want your hill to be that they're on. Maybe it goes all the way up here. I'm just gonna keep mine down here and just color it in. And as always, you guys can stop this video whenever you want, and you can go back and look at stuff that I've drawn before, or pause it to help you get caught up if you wanna be right where I'm at, or you can go in and color this later. I'm gonna make this nice and dark right down here. Make this purple because it's nighttime. All right, so we got some nice purple grass down here. Let's pick another color. And since sheep are white, but at nighttime it gets really dark, so I'm going to use a blue color. And I want to make it look like this star is really shining down on him and really pretty in a brilliant light. So I want to leave some of the sheep white, but the rest of it that's in the shadow, I want it to be dark. So I'm just going to kind of follow the line of his back, but I'm going to leave it, just kind of draw something kind of in the middle-ish there. But this top part, I'm just going to leave it white because that's where the bright light is shining on the sheep. And then down here, I'm just going to color it all in with my blue color. Just like that. So we'll color his body, color his face, and his ears. And then if you want to, we can also do that with his head too. So we can draw like a little bit of line here and then just fill this all in blue too. So now you have this bright spot on top of his head too. So now we'll pick our last color here. We have this darker blue, which I'm going to use on the shepherd. And we're going to color him in. And we can do the same thing. We can decide, I want to have some really bright stuff right here on the side. So I'm just going to kind of follow the shape of the head right there and just leave all of this really white. So it makes this light look really bright. And then do the same thing on the arm. Maybe the same thing on the hand and on the other arm. So you have all these lines. And then on the other side of it, I'm just going to color it in all really dark and blue. And it's sometimes, I think, amazing to think about what a lot of people would have thought about at that time when they saw that star in the sky. Because Christ came to the earth and he had all kinds of stories and taught us all kinds of things, and people knew that he was going to do that. So when they saw that star, they were really excited. So there we go. Got this nice dark scene right there. So now that we're done with the dark part of it, let's go to the light part of it. And I want to make this star, I want to add some yellow to it. And I kind of thought it was kind of fun to just like scribble a bunch of circles in it to make it look really bright, like there's rays of light coming out of it. So I'm just going to do a bunch of circles like this. So then it just looks like there's a bunch of light just coming out of there and lighting up the sky so that the shepherds and people can see this new star that came out when Christ was born. And then just to create some other stars, I'm going to just use little dots. And you might not be able to see them really well, but I think they still look really nice and they make the picture look really fun to have all those stars out there. And then it makes it look like this is the most special star for them to see during that night. Anyway, this is my finished picture for this story of Christ's birth. And I want to show you, I have another picture here. This is one that somebody else did, and I thought it was really great. As you can see, we did different things. You know, mine has a really long arm here and a really short. He looks like he's really excited, maybe putting out his arm. You know, this person looks like he's really happy. He sees this big, bright star out here. And you can draw your star a little bit different. I put this circle here. You know, they didn't put any circles here. And that's okay. You can do it how you want, because this is how you imagine the story. Because one of the fun things about art is sometimes we weren't there, but we can create stories and pictures to help us to remember these stories and share these stories with other people. And so since it's Christmas time, I think a really fun thing that you could do with this picture that you make is you could give it as a gift to somebody else for Christmas, and you could even tell them about the story. And then maybe they would want to put up for Christmas time, maybe on their fridge or up on the wall or something, to remind them about how special this time was when Christ came to the world. So anyway, this was super fun. I had a lot of fun talking about this story and doing this picture with you, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.